What's good, everyone? This is Dev the Coolest.
And this is JD.
And welcome to Slick Talk. Hey.
Hashtag Slick Talk.
With a hashtag.
With a hashtag?
Hash talk. We should rename it with a hash talk. Anyway, welcome back, y'all.
Yes. Another week. And we're here.
We here.
And y'all still rocking with us.
Yes. And we are with y'all.
Yes. And we are happy to be back.
Yes.
We're happy we're here. So what are we going to be discussing today?
I think it's important for people to recognize that, like, we're with y'all going through this shit.
Absolutely. Going through everything.
And hosting a podcast.
And hosting a podcast.
Yes. We talked about recently how, like, this podcast isn't, something for y'all to escape, but we want y'all to understand that we're going through some shit too, right? Like, we're going through it too. We're human beings, right?
Absolutely.
And
that's important to note too. It's an outlet in a sense for people that are listening to it, and they can take their mind off the problems that they're going through, hopefully. And then,
not hopefully, but
I'm talking about taking their mind off of the problems.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully the podcast takes their mind off of the problems that they're going through. Because just like you said, everybody's going through problems right now. So with us discussing and us having episodes and releasing this content is taking our minds off of things that we have to deal with on a daily and everything like that. So,
no, totally. And I think what we want to, I know what the fuck we're talking about. What we want to talk about today is, like, things that are getting us kind of through this situation right now. You know what I mean? Like, getting us through just this.
Yeah, mentally. Being able to put one foot in front of the others. Because I feel like sometimes we just feel like, we just want to chill. We want to lay in bed all day. We want to do this all day.
Right, and that's fine. And anything that you feel like you want to do, if you start your day and you're just like, you know what, I'm going to just lay the fuck up all day. And that's fine right now.
As long as it's something that you feel like you want to do and not something that you just feel like your body's going through the motions or whatever the case may be. Just make sure you are, aware that I'm doing this because I just feel like laying in bed. Not I'm doing this because I'm going through such and such, or I'm doing this because I have depression, or let's, like, be honest.
Well, depression is a thing right now.
Yeah.
It really is a thing right now.
And it wouldn't behoove anyone or do anything for anyone to lay in the bed and chill when they're going through depression.
Yeah, but I think if that's what because during this, like, I've maybe tapped back and not purposefully, but dealt with depression and, like, having a down emotional state. But there's days I just want to lay the fuck up and do nothing.
Yeah, but I've
been saying the F word a lot in this episode, but I'm gonna just.
And it's still the beginning. How far are we in? 3-4 minutes? No, I totally get that. I think I'm more so of just, like, because I feel like a lot of the way, personally for me, a lot of the ways that I would handle depression or get through it is trying to take my mind off of, ultimately what I'm depressed about, or, like, things that I'm going through.
But it's hard to do that sometimes.
No, I totally get it. But then I don't know if it's necessarily beneficial to kind of lay in that. And that's what I see. If people are laying in the bed without any distraction, it's like the only thing I can think people are doing in that space is thinking about, things that are not beneficial to, they're trying to heal from the depression and everything. Like, everybody's different at the end of the day.
Yeah, everyone is
definitely
different.
Do what's best for and do what works for you. But me personally, I would believe that taking your mind off of what's bothering you or what you're sad about, or what you're going through, could kind of help that depression towards it. It's not going to eliminate it all, but it can help
guide you. And that's the reason for this episode, right? We want to talk about things that, like,
that outlets for us and for everyone that we believe that you could do to, handle. Even it doesn't have to be as extreme as depression. It can be anxiety. It can just be like just a sadness, frustration,
waking up in the middle of the night,
waking up in the middle of the night. Just as long as that we're all here and we're mentally aware that we're in this together, and we're going to go through it together.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you. Thank you for saying that's where I was thinking. Like, I was like, we're all in this together. None of us are alone. Like, we have each other, thankfully.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all have us too.
A good circle of friends too.
Yeah, good circle of friends.
And I definitely want to shout out, just to give one example of how we've been getting through this. We have some great friends that we lean on. We talk to. I know you have your best friend, Stefan, that you probably talked to a long time. But
y'all have us.
And y'all have us. But we definitely want to acknowledge, those that have gotten us through, a lot of this time and, even previous times, years ago, it's important to acknowledge those people as well.
And I think it's easy to tap into that because right now we have nothing to really take our attention outside of just being home. And
it's definitely tough, but we making it do. We still here.
Listen,
we still, on this podcast for y'all. Cause I do want to say too, for people that are listening, y'all probably know this by now, but I feel like, yes, it's a struggle sometimes trying to come up with different ideas to talk about and producing this podcast and even recording the podcast at times. But also, in addition to that, when you're doing something that you love and you're passionate about, it may sound cliche, but when you're doing something that you love and you're passionate about, you make a way, you find a way. You say, nope, we can't put this off. We're doing it right now. And you push through it. So, I think that's where we're at in this stage is something that we're passionate about. It's something that we love to do. And because we love to do it and because we're passionate about it, we keep trucking through and then we're becoming successful and more, recognized for our efforts.
Successful in this.
And our recognition. Like we see the numbers climbing, every episode the numbers are climbing and it just goes to show how how much passion and effort we're putting into the podcast.
No, for sure. And I think that goes just to the point that if y'all are like passionate about something, like just keep going. Like right now it's trash. We've actually belabored this a little bit more than we thought or than I thought we would, but I love that we're talking about it because this is just what's going on right now. Like this is a trash time for a lot of people. And, being pushing through your passion during this time is really difficult, I think. It's really difficult to be like, okay, like I'm going to focus on this.
Yeah.
But I'm also down because of this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a lot to balance.
Yeah.
It's like a lot to balance. And I don't think society in general is kind to those that have a lot to deal with and to balance. You want to call out people for being lazy, or you want to call out people like they were trying to talk about not trying to incentivize people to stay on unemployment. Don't incentivize people for staying on unemployment because then they're not going to want to go back to work. But it's just like, can you just realize that we're, as human beings, we're still going through something?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Granted, yes, you should go back to work because that's how the economy works. Like, we want to put money back into things and do all that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, just recognize that this isn't a good time for anyone. I don't care what status you are. You can be a billionaire. You could still be going through your personal struggles. Just because you got money doesn't mean that it solves all problems.
And we've talked about it. Don't come at someone like your fellow civilian.
Yeah.
It's not our fault that we're getting this for unemployment. This is what it is.
Exactly.
I think people are just looking for an outlet. I'm angry, so I want to be angry.
Yeah.
And you're going to take it.
Just make sure it's placed in the right direction, because you could literally bring somebody into a space that they feel uncomfortable with or that they have anxiety over and everything like that. So, let's just be more, like I've always said, be more kind to one another.
Come on.
And
well, we're not going to bring up Ellen DeGeneres right now because
that's her little thing.
She was like,
that's a whole nother episode about that. But I know that what a lot of people have been doing to, speaking for myself personally, and then saying that I'm sure a lot of other people have been doing it as well, to get through this time and to push forward and to be excited about something is, for one, people have been getting excited about the versus battles. I know a lot of people in our culture and our community have been getting excited about seeing people that we grew up listening to going, toe to toe with some of their favorite. It's like a celebration for everyone.
You saw the Patty one.
Exactly. The
Patty and Gladys.
Exactly. It was like a celebration, our aunties, So I think
they don't like to be called aunties though.
But I mean, that's what they're going to be called. I'm sorry. You're not even called my sis.
Listen, you ain't gonna call me uncle when I get old. If somebody call me uncle, I'd be like,
Yeah, but I mean, listen, but would it be not true? Is it not? Yeah, I'm not your uncle. I mean, you're not my uncle, but you somebody's uncle. So let's just be honest, Patty. But because I know she's probably the main one.
What
Patty's
I would say,
a diva.
But you know what? What I would say is like the marketing leading up to it, like definitely fed into the auntie.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I brought that up because
with all the food, the Thanksgiving spread.
She had a lot. Yeah.
Anyway, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just going. Patty had a lot of food, but I was gonna say that I brought up the verses because that has it's music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people are celebrating music and everything like that, and I feel like music is one of the things that has literally gotten me through. I know probably for you as well. It's gotten you through with all this new music that's coming out, and you know, in the past I used to be upset that, like Beyonce said this before, that people aren't putting out full albums anymore. Like they're not making full like albums for you to listen to. They're just kind of throwing things together. So I used, and I still kind of am upset about that because I grew up in a time where there were classic albums that were made, like, you know, Confessions and, you know, like 8701.
A single would get you to listen to the album.
Exactly.
Now, a single is just a single.
And the and the crazy thing about it is not the crazy thing about what it was is that the single would get you to listen to an album and then the album be fire as fuck. You know, so it's like
the single was just like a little
snippet. You know,
come on, snippet.
Listen,
snippet.
But yeah, so there's no more albums, but in replace of that, there has been a lot of great artists that have been putting out singles that have been amazing. You know, that have.
What have you been listening to? Like, well, as far as you know, right now, like, would you suggest anyone to
listen? I mean, one person that I've been into. I know for now. I mean, I know for a fact that one person I've been a fan of and listening to his music. And I think I probably said it on another episode, but Kevin Ross. Kevin Ross is super duper talented. Like he does like mixes as well with different music. And, you know, and he has this one song called I Do / Options. It's like 2 songs. But he's a great musician. Like he sings very well.
Yeah, I love Kevin Ross.
That song is amazing. What about you? What song would you?
Oh, baby, don't get me going into the people I'm listening to. I've been listening to the Beatles actually a lot lately.
I think I heard you mention that before.
Yeah, I've been listening to the Beatles a lot.
I never.
And so right now they have like this Blackbird challenge.
The Beatles do?
No, just TikTokers, I guess. They have like a Beatles challenge, and they're, I guess, listening, or Blackbird is the name of the song, and they're like singing it, Blackbird singing in day and night. And I got into it like well before the challenge, but the Beatles really had some hits.
Oh, are we really having this conversation? They have this, of course.
Well, I guess my thing, I've heard the Beatles growing up, but it's like they have some hits. Like, they're really, really good.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not saying. I wasn't saying that because I know their hits. I'm just saying because if you're a fan of music and you watch the Billboard charts and hear about the history, the Beatles have been on top. Like it's been a rough thing to kind of beat their records and everything like that. So I've never listened to their music and I wasn't around during that time, so I just only assumed that they had some hits, you know, based upon the history of the charts. But
that was a whole different time.
Yeah, it was a whole different time.
You know what I mean? And like hearing them now, and it's like, oh, wow.
So they're coming out with still new music? Oh, I'm about to say, they're still coming out with new music and everything, but just hearing it today when they did put it out. Yeah.
Just hearing it now, and it's like, wow, like.
But yeah. What else?
Anyway, so the Beatles, her, obviously. Y'all know I love her. Tiana Major.
Okay. What's your favorite song on her EP?
Thanks to you, JB.
Thanks to me.
Yes, you introduced me to her.
One song, child.
But I love Exclusively.
Okay.
That's my favorite song on that.
On that EP.
Exclusively is my favorite on that. But I love her affirmations throughout the EP.
Okay.
Because it's so, y'all, if y'all need a daily affirmation, get into her. Like, just listen to the most recent project. Like, and the beautiful thing is it's repeated.
Yeah.
You know, like she says it like over and over, and like you can say it with her after the first time you say it with her. It's like, you know, it's like something about love. I don't have them memorized, but when I'm listening to them, I'm like, wow, like something about love. Like I deserve to be loved.
Absolutely.
I like.
It's an amazing.
I love her project.
Yes,
Tiana and she's up next. I posted that on my story. I said she's up next.
I've seen that. I definitely see my song. You already know my song, the one I introduced to you. Same Space. Super duper duper dope song.
Same Space.
Yeah, I definitely love her. Still here for Evie Wilson. Still rocking him.
When he sung that
Jasmine Sullivan covered.
No, with the Alicia Keys and Khaled.
Khalid,
yes. Excuse me.
Yes. And the Jasmine Sullivan cover.
That too, but when he did that Alicia Keys, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah.
And when he did, I was like, oh my goodness.
No, absolutely. And then when he and not to mention that, get it out, Justin.
What is that?
Right? It was stuck. No, but when
I mean, we are talking about Avery, so I get that.
Right.
His sexy ass.
Bloopity. Well, there's that. No, actually, Jasmine Sullivan sung herself, Lost One. So we talked about his cover. But
JB,
we wouldn't be right to not talk about her.
Don't get me started.
Did you see when she performed it?
I did not. Yes, I did actually, but don't get me started.
Listen.
That song, like, I'm over my exes, but that song really put me in a space. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
If y'all still like, I think we're the same in this. Like, if I love someone, you're always gonna have my love.
Yeah.
And then just hearing, oh my, just don't have fun without me. Like,
yeah.
I hope you don't enjoy the person beside, but not like in a hurtful way. Like, it's just like, I don't want you to enjoy what we have with someone else.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Why'd you bring that up?
Listen, that song did it for me.
Why did you bring it up?
I'm
about to cry.
Shut up. I'm done. I'm about to cry. So,
no, for real.
It's a dope ass song, and I love the way she performed it. And I love, speaking of her, I love how she, hopped on her social media and broke down the run that she did with the Insecure challenge.
You know how to do it? Do it. I see your question. Just so you do. One thing.
Go. No, I won't. Y'all really trying to listen like I really could sing out here.
But she broke it up in 3 parts. She was like, no, I won't take that no more.
No, but she did it really good.
No, she did it really good. Sorry, we're being silly, but
yeah, she did.
Okay, really if you got it.
What? The song?
The breakdown. You want to pull it up so we can try to do it. I want to do it before we get off this.
Before we get off the topic, though, but I do also want to mention, so we're talking about music that has helped us get through this time and get us excited. And I mentioned it before, but I will mention again. Tiana Taylor's album, The Album. Listen, from start to finish, it is so good. Probably my favorite song on the album, to be honest with you, was Concrete.
Okay.
She has a song called Concrete.
I don't know if I've heard that.
Listen, and then she has a song called Still that I think comes right after it. That album is a really, really dope album. I appreciate you, Tiana, for putting out that album because it has gotten me through this time, child. Along with other music.
Her body snatched the fuck back.
How did it snap back like that? Like, are you serious? Like, literally just snap back, like out of no reason. But yeah.
But I also want to, like, ladies don't feel like y'all have to. That's not ideal. You know what I'm saying? That's rare. Like sit in your body and do what you need to do for you. And you know what I'm saying? Like, don't allow, because we look at her, we look at Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't look at that and feel like that's what you need to do after you have a baby. You just had a baby.
No, absolutely.
Chill with your baby. Enjoy the weight that the baby has brought you. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, well, I'm not a woman. I've never had a child. But after you've had your baby's not in you anymore. The baby's here in the earth. And what the extra weight that you gain is from that baby. Yeah. So enjoy that. Like, I guess comfort in that sense. Like,
but then also,
your baby brought it.
But also, with that being said, too, remember to always do what's best for you.
That too,
because some women don't want their body to look like that, and that could probably cause post-traumatic stress disorder or whatever the case may be.
Postpartum is very a real thing.
Postpartum, yeah. So if it works, it works and definitely do it. But I appreciate you saying that.
No, yeah, postpartum is a real thing. Okay, so y'all want to play? You want to do it?
No, you do it.
No, well, I want everyone that's listening and you and me both to do it. Okay, you ready?
It's like an exercise.
Okay, that's the first part. Okay, girl, stop. Okay.
I'm done.
Okay, we don't have to do this today because I'm dead. Go ahead. What? I can do that.
Supposed to catch on that fast?
Come on, we got it. Okay.
Girl, you got to give me a chance to do it.
Right.
See, that's where she messed up in this. She was supposed to give people 10 seconds to do the run after she did it.
Mm-hmm. And then she added, did you hear what she did?
Showing off. Oh, see? That's what happens to people trying to show off.
Right. Okay, well, we're not going to do that. Okay, let's try it. Come on. No, I won't take that no more.
Not saying the same way, though. I'm done.
Love y'all.
That is
Bye.
We're done. That is a perfect way to end that episode. I hope y'all got a kick out of that, because that was a key over here.
It's a damn mess.
Listen.
Anyway, we tried. Love y'all. Right, we tried.
Listen,
so we Jasmine, we're gonna start a recording.
Listen, if Jasmine hears that, please,
Jasmine, listen.
If she hears that, listen. Slick Talk Podcast, # Slick Talk Podcast.
Sign us. We did that.
Okay, tune in.
Anyway, we love y'all. Take care of yourselves. We are rocking through this with y'all. Promise, 100%. Like,
yes.
we will get to the other side. Stay encouraged.
Yes. Great episode.
Yeah,
that's all.
And we love y'all.
We'll see you guys soon. Thanks for rocking with us. Take care of yourself.
Love y'all. Bye.